Okay, so today we are moving from Colorado to Florida. Just because of the humidity and everything, it's a lot better for my dad. He's been having a little bit of a hard time here in Colorado. This is our moving van. So this is where his wheelchair goes. We got all of our stuff back here. And then I'm putting all of the shakes up here in the topper. This is how he eats. So I'm gonna bring all that with. Today, I want to talk about a request that I've gotten a lot of, and that's kind of what happened to my dad. So I've said this in previous TikTok videos and everything. My dad has a glioblastoma, which is a type of brain tumor. He's had it for about 24 years, ever since I've been alive. And, he's always had it, and he's always been good. About 3 years ago, he started having a little bit of a hard time with everything and a little bit of a hard time moving around. So that's where me and my mom started helping him. And then last year, this is just a short story, by the way. I'll go more into depth later. But last year, my dad had a stroke on his birthday. And ever since, he hasn't been able to open his eyes or talk at all. He does still communicate. He does still do facial expressions. He does still smile. He does all of that. So I'm going to continue packing, and we'll get more into depth with it later. Okay, moving into the chair. Yep.
You're going to the beach chair.
I think he's happy, he's smiling, he knows.
Yep, he's ready to go back to Florida.
And you're getting in the beach chair. I think he's laughing about dumping the key in the bush.
Are you like? Are you laughing about that, Matt?
Pull this down.
And then getting a nice pillow for his little head. And then we can, where's his other shoe?
He always loses his shoe.
It's on this side.
Okay, where's it at?
Right behind the wheelchair.
Yeah, I won't let you use your Crocs, okay?
I love his shirt. I am here. What are the other three wishes?
Oh, give me your toe, Matthew.
Here, let me do it. He keeps his toes bent.
He does.
Yeah, it's hard to put on his shoes.
And then what about this for his
It goes
feet?
by his knee. Right up here. Otherwise his knees get pushed on that side. Feet through a little more.
You ready to travel, Matt?
We are ready.
What about one for his hand, where he can put his hand on?
Well, we need one on his other knee.
Yep, other knee right here.
Other knee.
Nice soft pillow, right?
He needs it on his knee.
Under his knee or between
His knee.
his knee?
Like this side.
See how that rubs?
Right
there.
here.
Oh.
And so we'll put that
Is there
there.
one for his hand?
We got two more.
Okay, cool.
Where did I put his arm?
What do you mean, where'd you put his
I just took off his arm. Where did his arm? This thing. I lost his arm.
Yeah, you have
Right there.
your arms.
Where? Oh.
He's talking about the chair arm, Matthew.
He didn't take your arm.
You didn't take your arm.
Yet.
Stop it. I hit him for you, Matt. Lightly.
He probably have called you Sally for that hit.
He would have called me a Sally.
Yeah, I mean.
He could have said that's a Sally hit.
Well, I'm not gonna hurt your son. That helps with nausea, right? Those little.
And then
Yes, and also helps him to get
for
more
migraines.
stuff up. Like,
Oh,
or
okay.
less.
And then this is something I use because my dad's head always leans. I put this sweater on really kind of loosely. Wrap it around the side here. And this is just so it's not bouncing around in the car. And then just tie it on the back.
You have it's down over his eyes a little.
Yeah, I know. I got to adjust it.
He looks like a cholo now. Looks like he
And
has.
now he can go into the car. So we're going to go to that.
There's
the
Bad
lift.
Daddy.
Bad Daddy.
We have to use that side house lift, right?
Are you done with this pitch?
No, don't pitch it. Bless you.
Thank you.
And then there's some more money.
Oh, yeah, you want to go out that way? You're going out that way, right?
Yep. I have not used this lift before. It was just built. So this is exciting. This whole room is like brand new.
You're going to hit carpet.
Okay. Walking over the carpet.
Okay. Are you sure?
Alright, now heading to the lift. So this whole deck is brand new. This lift is brand new. And it's really awesome. It's locked. Wait,
Oh no.
the power's not on.
What are we gonna do?
Well,
Don't you know if can't you do the one from the garage?
that's weird. So the other lift is broken. So luckily we have this one in the garage as a backup. The garage is so messy with the move and stuff. It's kind of hard to navigate, but we went through, opened it all up, and we got this cool lift for him. So it's really
I hope this
easy
one works.
to get him out.
I think we gotta put these keys in.
No, please don't need to go in.
Oh,
It's already on.
okay.
And then I get my own personal elevator, which is
Yay.
like a ride. It's like a Disney ride a Disney ride. Woo, yay, yippee. And we'll get him in the car.
Okay. I'm coming around if I'm able.
You're gonna give your dad whiplash whacking him around
Never.
like that. Poor Matt.
I might need to take the elevator. All of this stuff is in the way. Okay, I'm gonna just step over it all.
They're calling me again.
It's okay.
Alright, so then we have his wheelchair van, which is really awesome. So let me shut the door. And this is how it works. Opens up, and this thing comes out. And it's a little ramp to get my dad in. So I want to get them all buckled in and ready to go.
All right. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so as promised, I'm going to talk a little bit about my dad, who is sitting in the back, and we got my mom driving, so she is going to focus on driving. She's going to listen to me talking, and she's going to put her input in if she wants to. But anyway, so my dad, he was a medically, he is a medically retired Navy SEAL, and he served in the military for how many years?
7.
7 years. He went in, I think, right at 18 or 19, right? 18. So right when he turned 18, he went on over and became a Navy SEAL. Pretty cool. After 7 years, a lot of people that were on his team, like in his, what he did, got diagnosed with what is the first one?
The ogliogendroglioma.
The I'm not even going to try and say it, what she said. And so he had that, he got it about 24 years ago. He found out about it he was playing soccer, turned around after he scored a goal. He turned around, threw his hands up in the air, and fell over with a seizure. So that is how he found out that he had it. And then I was born a little bit later. And as he continued having the brain tumor, it grew into a more deadly type of cancer, a glioblastoma. And he's had that for quite a long time. I remember when I was 7, back when I was 7, he got 3 to 6 months to live. And then another time when I was 5th.
repeat second grade.
Yeah, I had to repeat 2nd grade because I had to go back to school since I missed so much. We were always at the hospital where he was always getting his treatments. And then when I was 15, he got another 3 to 6 months to live. And then when I was 18, this is when he started going downhill a little bit. He got, a month to live?
They said that we're all done.
Yep, the doctor was it was very upsetting. She said, you know what, it's all done, it's over. Within a month, he is just going to close his eyes and not wake up. And that was really, really hard. My dad came home that day, and he wasn't talking anymore. He wasn't really moving. This is one of the first times I did have to like really help move him around, and we decided to go to the hot tub. The day before this happened, he was running and sledding with my little brothers, so the change was very drastic. When we got to the hot tub, he sank down in and he wouldn't get back up. So I had to pull him up from the water. He just became very depressed. But we continued working with him, and he's been good. 2 years later, so a year ago, we went to a Renaissance festival. It was for my dad's birthday, and we had a great time. He even talked. We had a conversation that day. But when he was getting into bed, he got sick and he started throwing up. He then also had a seizure, and he aspirated, which caused pneumonia, which then caused a brain bleed, which then put him into a coma. And then the doctors, they did not think that, they thought that was it. They said, that's it, he's done, he is brain dead. And that is the word that they used, brain dead.
They came in and asked you about organ donation.
Yep, they came in after I stayed the night there with him and asked if I was willing to donate his organs and if he was an organ donor. And I said, no, you can't donate his organs because there's no way he's brain dead. And we knew there was no way that he was brain dead. So after a few days of really fighting them on this, we talked him into giving him a trach. They had to go through an ethics board and all this stuff. They said he's never going to breathe on his own. He's not going to control his temperature. He's not going to be able to control like his heart and blood pressure.
Yeah.
They said all of these things that he couldn't do. And we said, we'll just watch and see. So they got a trach. He went to the treatment facility, which is supposed to be 30 days. We got him out after 2 weeks. And
It was less than 2 weeks. It was about a week and a half.
A week and a half. And ever since then, he's been fine. He's been doing great. He's breathing on his own. He's maintaining his own temperature. He's responding to things that we tell him. He's smiling. He's frowning. He is responsive, so he's clearly not brain dead. And you don't really come back from being brain dead, so that's why we're very wary of doctors, unfortunately. And then also right after that, we took a trip to Florida. So this is why we're moving to Florida right now. We went in to see.
To Alaska.
Yeah, we did go to Alaska.
We took him to.
That's another story. We have so many stories. There was a point in my life where we traveled for 8 years. So I got a lot of content for YouTube coming up. But the reason we're going to Florida right now, yeah, I want to kind of wrap it up too. It's starting to get to a long video. My gosh, what was I saying?
Well, we're
yes.
moving to Florida because he had chronic pneumonia when we were in. He had chronic pneumonia, and now he doesn't.
Yeah, so he had chronic pneumonia, and now he no longer has pneumonia in Florida. Since we've been back in Colorado, he's had a lot more dry coughs and a lot more suctionings and all that stuff. So we're going down there because the humidity really helps. And yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to leave it at that for today, guys. We got a long drive ahead of us. But please comment if you have any more questions or what else you want to know. And I'm excited to be making videos with you guys. So please like and subscribe for more content. Bye.